For project 7-4, we're going to be dealing with some headers and footers and margins and things like that. So the first thing we need to do, first of all, just so we remember how to merge and center, select A1 through E1 and merge and center that button right there. Okay, after that we're going to select columns B through E, the whole column. So not A, start with B and go to the column heading right here where it gives the down arrow. Click and drag over to E, and that selects the whole columns all the way down as far as we can go. After you've got those selected, we are going to center everything in those cells that are selected. So click the center button here. You might have to do it twice. Some things are centered already and some things aren't. So when you click it twice, it centers it uncenters stuff and then recenters everything. So now everything's centered in there. Let's go and change the margins on the page layout tab, and in the dialog box under the page setup group dialog box, click on margins, the margins tab right up here, and you should have both of these selected horizontally and vertically. We want to uncheck vertically so that it's just centered horizontally. So just check that, centered horizontally. That way it stays at the top of the page and centers it horizontally. Click OK. And you don't see much change until we see the print preview. That's when we see the change. Now, next thing, we're going to click on row 10, anywhere in row 10, and we're going to make a page break. So we're going to force everything below this to the next page. So in the page layout tab right here, breaks, and insert page break. So it doesn't do a whole lot. It stuck a little line there, and so it's not going to look any different until we get to the page preview or the print preview, and then we'll see that it's two separate pages. So it's a little bit different than Word. It stays there, but it just remembers that we want to split the page right there. The next thing is to go to the header and footer section. So in the Insert tab, we're going to add a header and footer. So that button, if you can't see it right away, you might need to make your document bigger. So make it full screen for a little bit. Why can't I find it here? Oh, under the text section and header and footer. Now it takes us right into the header, and it's already got something there, which I don't know if it should be there. If it's not, you gotta type that, A datum March 2013 board meeting. So type that in this middle section here of the header. And after you type that, let's go down to the footer. So in the here in the design tab, which takes us right to it when we start typing or when we go into the header, right here, this button, go to footer, and then it sends us down to the bottom of the page into the footer. And then we're going to select a certain footer, so click right here on the footer drop down, and let's select this one. It's the confidential with the date and page number. It adds Canyons District onto it for some reason, just because I guess that's who owns the document officially. Click that, and it puts that in the footer section, and then just click out of the footer somewhere. And the last thing, let's change it back to normal view, because our view is kind of messed up now. So it's kind of a little preview of the print. But right down here on the status bar, we're going to click this icon right here, and this is the normal view icon. It takes us back to the normal view that we're used to. It's also here in view and right there, normal view, in the view tab. So either way, click the status bar icon or in the ribbon up at the top. And now let's preview it just to make sure we've got it right. So click on File and Print. And here's the print preview right there. Page 1 has just that information on the top, and then we separated it so the second page has the rest of the information. So now that we can see that it worked, it's got the header and footer down there and up there. Let's go back and make sure it's saved.